My name is Dan Thompson. Today I'd like to talk to you about Youngstown, Ohio. A lot of you remember Youngstown was a booming city at one time, a middle-class working town. It had about 180,000 residents. Today it's down to 82,000 residents. And that's what we'd like to talk to you today about, are the youth in the city of Youngstown. Currently there's a population that's under the age of 19. 25% of the population is under 19 years old. 34% of that population are high school dropouts. That's the high school dropout rate in the city of Youngstown. Robbery is at 2 times the national average. Burglary is at 3 times the national average. And murder is at 4 times the national average. There's a very bleak outlook for the youth in Youngstown right now. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can make a difference in one child at a time in Youngstown in order to give children an opportunity to be successful adults coming out of the city of Youngstown. I'll discuss the issues, provide a solution, and how you can share the importance of fathers in each of your lives with these same children in Youngstown. One of the key issues contributing to the crime and dropout rates in Youngstown is the lack of positive male role models. 23% of all Youngstown households are led by mothers. That means there's no father in their home. There's no father coming home at dinner to have dinner with the kids. There's no father praying with their kids. There's no father there to support them academically and support them in the desires of what they want to do and how they're growing up. This is resulting in a void where the kids are leaving the house with no character, no proper upbringing. They resort to gangs, and that's where they go to find a lot of their leadership, and that results in a life of crime and higher dropout rates. What we'd like to do is use baseball as a one-on-one mentoring tool and a vehicle to share the good news of Jesus Christ. Beacon Baseball has developed a 5-part program that we call CRAFT. It's character, relationships, alertness, faith, and team spirit. We want to build character through the use of baseball. Baseball is a game of failure and how you manage failure, much like life. We want to foster relationships. We want to give tutoring and mentoring, and we want to be there to support them in their extracurricular activity, whether it's a sport, whether it's a musical instrument, whether it's being in a play. We want to be around and be able to support the student as a whole person, just not as a baseball player. We want to heighten alertness, both the bad things, who you're hanging out with, being in the wrong place at the right time, but we also want to alert them to the good side, the opportunities that they have. How do you get into college? How do you get a good job, a stable job, and become a good employee? We want to introduce faith and be intentional about sharing faith and about the good news of Jesus Christ and how having a Christ-centered life can change you from the inside and see the world differently. And finally, we want to develop a team spirit where we're rooting for others to succeed, just not our own success, but being able to enjoy how other people are doing well in life. So we're trying to support them academically, spiritually, and relationally to build Youngstown's future leaders. And that doesn't mean they have to be the mayor, but we need leaders in their school, in their classroom, in their sports programs, in their music programs, but leaders that understand the character development and can share that with other people in the schools. Fathers are a real important key in bringing us up. We all have fathers. Maybe we had a father that was there for us. Some of my fondest memories are playing catch with my dad, or him throwing me batting practice. Even at 38 years old, getting to throw batting practice to him on Progressive Field, it takes you back to when you were younger, and there's a certain security about playing catch with your dad. Maybe it wasn't baseball for you. Maybe it was working on a car. Maybe it was working in the garden. But we all can remember, if we had a father growing up, those times when our dad was there and those little things that we did. Maybe we didn't talk as much as we would have liked, but we were there for each other, and that's how we showed we were there for each other. Maybe you didn't grow up with a dad in the home, and you can relate to what a child's going through now without having a father figure in the home. Maybe you were lucky enough to have, dad wasn't around, but maybe you had an uncle or a father figure that came alongside you at a young age and showed you, what it took to be a man, how to get a job, what it meant to go to work, what it meant to get your studies done. And these are all ways that we can take our experiences with our fathers and help other people now that are in the same position, whether they have a father, whether there's not a father in the home. We want to make sure that there's a positive male role model coming alongside these guys and giving them the character building that they need to be successful adults. So we talked about the bleak outlook for young men in the city of Youngstown and how many of these families do not have positive male role models around, and how we can relate the importance that we had growing up with our fathers and transfer that to these guys today to give them an opportunity to succeed. So I'd like to give you an opportunity to be part of changing the life of one young man in Youngstown, changing his outlook from bleak to hopeful. We'd like you to first pray with us for the youth of Youngstown. Pray for softened hearts and opportunities to show that God is our Heavenly Father and how we can be His adopted sons. Then we've put envelopes on your table. We want you to, you can make a choice today to help a young man 3 ways. You can pray for him, you can volunteer to come alongside and be a mentor, or you can financially support one player, one student's future in the program. So we've put envelopes on the table, and you can take this envelope, and what we'd like you to do before the night's over is to fill it out and show us your commitment to the youth of Youngstown by either praying for us, volunteering to be a mentor, or financially supporting us. Thank you.